Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are having a great day. So, the other day, someone asked me a question about Thanksgiving. And I have to say, I was like, Thanksgiving? Why are you talking to me about Thanksgiving now? And they're like, Donna, you realize November's next week. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know about the rest of you, but this feels like the fastest year ever. So as I started to think, okay, we've got 2 months left in 2022. What is in store for us in 2023? I started to do research, reading different things, trying to figure out what are the big trends? What should world innovators be doing? Or how should we get ourselves set for a successful 2023? And as I did that, I came up with 3 big trends. And these are big trends that you have to concentrate on now so that you can set up a really strong foundation for your company so that it will grow in 2023. The first thing you've got to concentrate on, and you're going to say, oh, Donna, this is so obvious, having a very clear mission statement or a vision plan. And I know a lot of you probably say, Donna, we have that. We had that set up when we opened up 20 years ago, 40 years ago. For us, we're a 42-year-old company. Yes, we had a mission statement then, but boy, it has been revamped several times over because things change. And today, companies have to include their ESG initiatives. So that's your environmental, social, governance responsibilities. And when I say that about putting that into your mission statement, only put things that your company is authentically interested in and going to work towards. Don't put ESG initiatives in there just so you look good because they will uncover it. Your prospect, your customers, your employees, they will uncover it. So don't put anything down that is not, true to your heart. ESG. This weekend, this became so apparent to me. My daughter was shopping for a ski jacket. Now, it used to be you shop for a ski jacket. It's color, it's the brand, its size, how does it fit, and the cost. She was considering a few different jackets, and this one was a little bit more expensive. But then she read about the jacket and she found out that it was biosourced from sugar cane. So it was made from sugar cane. And then she read on that part of the profits from the jacket was going to be given to focus on climate change. And she turned to me, she goes, I feel strongly about these things. I really do like this jacket. It's more than the other. The other jacket's nice, but you know what? I'm going to go with this jacket because I like it that they want to fight climate change and that it's biosourced. And so she made her decision to buy that brand new jacket right then and there. This is what consumers and prospects are starting to look at. And I know that is on a B2C side, but even on the B2B side, companies need to be putting it out there. What are your ESG initiatives? What is it that, yes, your company wants to accomplish as a company, but what things are close to your heart? So you have to have those ESGs in your mission statements going forward. The second thing is you're going to see this year, everyone's talking about the Great Recession and economic downturns. You are going to see corporations sit down and make sure that there are not large gaps between different departments. And of course, 2 departments that always pop up is your sales and your marketing. The gap between those 2 departments. Those 2 departments cannot operate in separate silos. They have to start working together. When they start to work together, both the marketing and sales teams, you will see that they will increase sales and you'll reduce costs. It's because the marketing team, we operate over here, we're marketing a product or a service, but we don't know what's happening over here with sales. Like, what are they hearing from prospects or customers about the product or the service? You have to feed that information to each other so that you can market and sell better. When sales teams work with marketing teams, I have seen it that marketing teams get very granular in their promotions. They segment their lists. They send specific information that offers value. And what happens is then when they have that hot lead that they give to sales, sales is able to skip at least 5 steps because they already know so much about the individual. They can really jump in and talk to the individual right at the end when they're ready to make that final decision. So this year in 2023, you're going to see a lot of corporations sitting down and really closing up the gap between different departments. The third thing you are going to see is relationship building. Yes, you're going to see relationship building talked about in regards to your prospect, getting to know your prospect. What are their challenges? What are their goals? What are they trying to accomplish? But you're also going to hear people talk about relationship building with your customers. You want to start building a relationship, a strong relationship, so you get nice, loyal customers. Not just one sale. You want to keep it so that they buy from you year after year. Because when that happens, of course, your company is going to grow year after year. But the third way companies have to concentrate on building relationships is with their employees. You hear a lot of people talking about turnover or great resignation or silently resigning. There's so many words being thrown out there right now. But if you make it so that your employees feel that you care, that you understand what their goals are as an individual, so that they feel that they are being valued when their work is valued, that's when an employee is going to want to stay with a company like that. They're going to want to stay for you and work. Years ago, you used to get a job. It'd be like 50 years ago. You would get a job and you would stay at that company for your whole life. But that was because the employer really cared and was loyal to the employee, and the employee was really loyal to the company. We have to get back to that. We've got to get back to quality relationships with our employers, with our prospects, and with our customers. That's when you're going to start to see just quality things happening. Because when you can do that, you all start to know a little bit more about each other. You keep those communication open back and forth. And that's when you can develop those strong relationships. Strong relationships is the basis for companies to succeed into the future. Gone are those just generic messages, just running around here and there, trying to get sales. There is too much noise out in the marketplace. There are too many options for people to buy. So you've got to make sure you concentrate on building those relationships. Now, some of the ways that you can do this for those 3 big business trends for 2023 is first, you need to sit down and almost do a SWOT analysis, I call it. And that's when you sit down and you talk about what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the opportunities there? And then are there any threats? You analyze all 4 of those areas, and that's kind of an interesting thing because as you analyze those areas, maybe your weaknesses, maybe you start to cut that section out of your business. Concentrate on what are your strengths. What are those opportunities? And you'll see if you start to really evaluate your strengths as a company and what opportunities are available to you and your company, you'll see that you're very unique. Your company is unique and that you don't really have competition, but you got to get the word out about your company and what makes it unique. So definitely sit down and do that, SWOT analysis. The other thing is, and I know we talked about when you have a mission statement or a vision plan, you always set goals as a company. But the individuals within the company have to have their own goals. Each team has to have their own goals because they have to be attainable for them. And for the individual to figure out what their goals are, that's when they determine what is their why. Why do they want to do this? Why do they want to be part of this company? And when they uncover that why, that's when you start to develop that relationship that also keeps employees at companies because the company is helping them achieve their goal for something that is very important to them. It can even be as a company starts to do their ESG initiatives, there could be someone within the corporation who is passionate about environmental issues. This is the perfect time to take that individual and have them be the chair of that initiative. It's a win-win for everyone. This person feels valued. They feel passionate about what they're doing, and the company is following through with their ESG initiatives. And this is why it's important that employers know their employees, know what's important to them, understand their goals. Because if you do that, sometimes you're able to merge. Like I said, take this person and have them be in charge of the environmental initiative. You're able to match the two, put the right attributes with the right cause. And so make sure each individual has their goals. Make sure they're SMART goals. And we won't go into, everyone knows it's smart, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. I can go into that another time, or you can email me. My email is below, and I'll go into further about that. The other thing is strategically place your goals. Okay, so what I mean by that is don't say, okay, our goal is we want to make $1 million and before the first quarter is up. Well, that's just this big goal. Let's say, okay, well, first we want to increase inbounds. We want to have more sales calls and demos. We want to do more outreach. You have to break it down so that you have goals that can build off of each other that then help you achieve that 1 million within the first quarter. And so make sure your goals are strategically placed. And that goes into looking at your organization. Where are you now? Where do you want to go? And then figuring out what goals you need to set up along the way. Once you've all reached your goals, so you have your company goals, you have the team goals, and then you have each of the individuals' goals. That's when you have to start putting people into groups so that they're held accountable. Regular check-ins are wonderful, whether it is an in-person meeting that is met, once a month, whether it's every other week, you have a half-hour call just to check in on each other. That accountability is wonderful because we all know how it is. You get involved in your day-to-day work and you don't work on these initiatives that are going to help the company achieve their goals, help the company get to the next level. So you have to make sure that people are being held accountable. I stress to you, and I know it's something I'm doing myself, to work on these 3 big trends for 2023. Get your organization organized so that when yoo-hoo, January 1st hits, you are ready to go. You have it all in place. You have that strong mission and vision plan that everyone in the corporation is aware of, including any ESG initiatives you add. You have in there the different departments, how maybe we can trim some of the gaps. And then third, how are you going to build those relationships with the prospects, customers, and employees that show that you truly care, that you understand them, and that you'll be able to help them achieve their own goals? If you work on those 3 trends over the next 2 months and you have a strong foundation, you will have a successful 2023, which is going to set you above your competition because from everything I'm reading, we are going to have some economic downturns that we all have to be getting ready for. And that's why trimming the gap of departments is one of the best ways to reduce costs and have that organized. And also, when you have goals for each department, people head in a straight line. Goals are like that North Star, so a nice straight line instead of zigzagging like this, which takes too much time and energy. I hope you found this information helpful. If you need help trying to determine what your goals should be, what your mission should be, or how to build those really quality relationships with, your prospects or customers, please feel free to email me. My email address is below. And also subscribe to the World Innovators YouTube channel because we are constantly posting new tips and tactics to get you ready for a successful 2023. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.